Thanks for joining us. After more than 50 years at its current site in North Minneapolis, the Salvation Army wants to move further north.
Officials say they've outgrown their current space and need to move due to aging infrastructure. So this week, the organization presented a plan and drawing for a new facility to the Coon Rapids City Council. CTN's Vale has the details.
The Salvation Army wants to move its Adult Rehabilitation Center from its current location in Minneapolis to here, a never-before-developed site in Coon Rapids. It wants to build a 107,000 square foot building on the corner of Vale Street and Coon Rapids Boulevard.
The facility is extremely old, and there are some issues that I think are just going to cost a great deal of money to fix.
Instead, a brand new facility would sit on this 5.1 acre lot and accommodate the wide uses required for the ARC program to provide spiritual, emotional, and social support for people recovering from drug and alcohol addiction. The proposal includes building a warehouse to process and sort donations. Also, classrooms, dining halls, and a chapel will be on site. Plus, there will be housing for about 100 people.
We're not a homeless shelter. We do have, some of our guys would fit into the homeless category, but we're not a homeless shelter per se.
The Salvation Army representatives presented its plan to council members this week, who discussed it for only about 30 minutes. Coon Rapids Community Development Director Mark Novinsky says one of the challenges is the proposed site is zoned for industrial use, and the housing facility would not fall under that. Although he says the city council has discretion to make exceptions.
Their conclusion really was that they weren't necessarily for it, they weren't necessarily against it, but they want to continue discussions and try to learn more and understand if that's a good fit for the site.
The Salvation Army, meanwhile, is staying optimistic.
We feel very confident about it. We hope that it'll work out in our favor, and we'll see what happens.
Bal Vang, CTN News.
The Salvation Army says traffic would be mostly limited to staff and a resident manager who would be on site 24 hours a day. The City Council plans to discuss the proposal further over the next month.